Hi and welcome back or welcome to my All the Perfume YouTube channel. In this video I'll be reviewing the Vacay in a Bottle collection from Kayali. Kayali are my favourite brand and I have every single one of their perfumes in my collection, so I will of course in the description add in links to all my previous review and collection videos. As I'm filming, these perfumes have only just been launched in June 2024, and it was a little bit of a surprise because we'd only just had the launch of Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar 42 the month prior. I'm happy because of course with it being my favourite brand, I have 4 lovely new scents to experiment with and try and enjoy. I had actually seen a leak about these perfumes, maybe at the end of last year or at the beginning of this year, so I knew they were on their way. It was great to be excited, but I'm always a little bit sad when there's a leak about Kayali because otherwise they just are so good at unfolding all the details of their new scents and launches on Instagram and here on YouTube, and it's always really great to see that happen. Regardless, I've still got my 4 new perfumes and I can't wait to get into the details. The Vacay in a Bottle collection has arrived with us just in time for summer, and the idea is that with each of the 4 perfumes they are representing a different holiday destination, and that the scents inside will kind of capture the feeling and mood of that place. So they are your passport to a holiday. You'll get all of that feeling just from the scent and the juice. And I'll go through all of them individually and the names and the places they represent and tell you my first impressions and also how I feel about them now. This is the box that the perfumes are sold in, and Kayali are calling this a miniature set. So each of the perfumes is in a 10ml bottle. Now, there are people already saying they wish they had some of these scents in the full size bottle, and I'll get into that as I talk about the perfumes and the ones that I think I would like to have in a full size bottle. But you know, there is also something fun about these minis as well, because Kayali have shown on their Instagram little bottles being loaded up onto the tray on that airport conveyor belt, and there's a fun in the idea that you can take them away being the size that they are. So they are very cute. And I was in heaven with these colours when these arrived with me the other day. They look cute. And this feels like quality. I won't keep it. Let's take a look at the bottles. There they are. So we've got our 4 perfumes. And I'm not sure where I was getting my order of scents from. But yeah, I've got about it differently in my reviews coming up. But here we are. We've got Marrakesh in a bottle. This is Capri in a bottle. Maui in a bottle. And Maldives in a bottle. Each scent representing those places. They're beautiful. This is how they came to me and I was happy. I'm keeping them in this for a little bit, but it won't be a box I keep. The first perfume that I'm going to review is Capri in a Bottle Lemon Sugar 14, and the notes in this scent are lemon, sugar, raspberry, freesia, vanilla and musk. And I expected to like this fragrance. Without Bake by Akro and Devotion by Dolce & Gabbana, 2 amazing lemon perfumes, this just seemed like something I would enjoy. And in fact, I was expecting it to be my favourite from the line, and at first it was. So more on that later. Let's give it a spray. Kayali and Mona showed lots of desserts in the lead up to the launch of this, and so to smell it I wasn't disappointed. It feels really rich, with of course lots of lemon, but in that dessert kind of way, and it's smelling like cake, like a really good lemon cake. It's delicious and it feels well done, and it also feels different enough to those other scents that I've mentioned that I don't feel like I'm getting more of the same. Like I would reach for this when I want that raspberry as well. The raspberry smelling really good, and it is probably what takes this to more of a summer place for me, because otherwise as a delicious vanilla lemon perfume I would just happily wear this all year long anyway. There's something kind of nostalgic about it too. Maybe it's like a playfulness of the idea of the cake and the sweetness. But in more recent times, although still a huge throwback, I can't help but think of Harajuku Lovers Sunshine Cuties Little Angel, because that was a perfume I loved for the fact that it just smelled like lemon meringue pie. And I did used to reach for that in warmer weather. That wasn't so much of an all year round feeling for me, but then my tastes have changed. changed. This one is a scent I could happily wear all year long. There are people who are saying that the longevity of these scents isn't as great as usual with the Kayali perfumes, but for my testing, I didn't spray as much as I usually do. I couldn't smell it as well as I usually do either on myself, but on the skin, the vanilla was smelling really good, so I'm happy. It is full bottle worthy for me. I would love to have this in a full size. I would want to layer it with Vanilla 28 to add a lovely richness to it, and I'm sure that would take the longevity further too. And I would also love to layer it with Yum Pistachio Gelato, because that usually kind of takes the lead when I layer it with perfumes, and I can just imagine that lovely, amazing, yummy scent, but with this sugary finish coming out on the top. So it's a great perfume, and I'm really happy with Capri in a bottle. I would recommend it if you love your lemon scents, but I wouldn't say this needs to be summer specific. It'd be enjoyable all year round. The next perfume is Maui in a bottle, Sweet Banana 37, and the notes are sweet banana, pear, coconut cream, jasmine, sandalwood and vanilla. And I expected to really enjoy this perfume. In fact, even going as far back as when the scents were leaked online, I thought banana, brilliant, a note I love and that I just don't see enough of in fragrances. But this has got a little bit lost over the week for me, because it is delicious, but it's familiar, and I guess for me, I thought I'd like it, I do, I kind of moved on, and I will talk about the other two perfumes of course, and how I was surprised by them. So this is something that I thought I would like, that I do like, it just didn't really feel like anything too different. Not least because I couldn't really decide on how strongly I could smell the banana in the fragrance, but it is there, I'm pleased to say. This is yummy, and it does do what the brand want it to, which is make you think of being on holiday. I feel like I'm on the beach. It's reminded me of sun cream. It's gorgeous. It's a really perfect beach scent. And I have to say, on my second test actually, I did find that it was stronger. I found that on the skin it was really addictive and yummy, and I could smell the sandalwood, so I was happy with that. In terms of its familiarity, it's a bit like JLo's Miami Glow perfume, and that is no bad thing. I love that scent and I recommend it a lot. They share the coconut and the vanilla, and it's a really delicious, yummy composition. Maui in a bottle is smelling good. I would recommend it as a holiday scent for sure, and with that in mind, maybe again that's why this isn't as strong as some of the Kayali perfumes. It's meant to be for holiday wear. I think this one would be really lovely to layer with Utopia Vanilla Coco from the brand. That's a beautiful coconut fragrance, and I can just see these two working really well together. I know myself, I know I'm going to want a full bottle of this if it's available, because it is my perfect beach scent basically. It's really fun, it's so great for summer, and it's delicious as well. So I would recommend it. It just didn't particularly have enough of a twist for me. The banana's there, but I hadn't really been able to decide, but it is absolutely a safe holiday perfume. The next perfume is Maldives in a bottle, Ilang Coco 20, and the notes are rosemary, wild lemon, starfruit, ylang ylang, coconut milk, and also banana blossom. Now, I didn't expect to love this perfume because Mona herself had said that it took her out of her comfort zone, and I just thought that maybe she meant it was a lighter fragrance, and that was why. But actually, when I smelt it, it reminded me of the Sweet Banana perfume. It felt like another beachy coconut scent. It was smelling good. But then on my second test, it smelled so much more aromatic and herby, and I could really pick up on that rosemary note. It's kind of salty, it makes you think of the sea, so I really liked it then, and it smelled more like a unique perfume in its own right rather than a continuation of the coconut theme. It smells so good. My husband really likes this one, and he has worn it for a full day's wear as a scent of the day, and it reminds us both of Rogue Man by Rihanna, because that perfume also has a rosemary note and some citrus in there as well. The lemon also kind of takes you to the sea because it's refreshing, and in fact, testing this today, I'm reminded of Acqua by Roberto Cavalli, and I just loved wearing that perfume on holidays. And in fact, I feel I have quite a satisfying replacement with this scent, because that one is discontinued. But now if I have here Maldives in a bottle, I'm back to my lovely kind of watery, lemon, salty experience in this perfume. In terms of whether this is full bottle worthy, the only reason why I would say I need a smaller bottle, not a bigger one, is because of how little I reach for this kind of scent profile in my life here in England. So maybe a 10ml will be enough. If my husband keeps wearing it, we will absolutely need a full bottle, because he could get through this in a couple of weeks. But this is my surprise in the collection. One that at first didn't smell like too much, but now is a really, really great scent to me. I would also love to pair this with Utopia Vanilla Coco from the brand. With that coconut in common, they would smell so yummy and beach-like. But I would be interested to pair this as well with Eden Sparkling Lychee, because I think the saltiness of this would just work so well with that fruit. I'd recommend this if you want a lovely, refreshing, but aromatic scent for summer. This is Maldives in a bottle. This perfume is Marrakesh in a bottle, Orange Blossom 24, and the notes are bergamot, orange blossom, pink pepper, Turkish rose, neroli and cedarwood. It is the perfume that I expected to like the least from the collection, and I'm still right, but my mind has changed on it nonetheless. Now, I can't remember what it was Mona said about this perfume that made me think I wouldn't like it as much. But when I spray, or when I first sprayed, should I say, I smelt something very spicy, a nice, something I know somebody else might enjoy, but not a Sarah scent. It's like kind of an incense kind of smell at first. But then on my second test, I just thought the neroli was so beautiful. It really draws you in, and it smells like great quality. And Sam says the same on this one. It just smells so well done. It absolutely has that transportative feeling that I feel like I'm walking through a market in a hot place. The spiciness has kind of become a good thing. I feel that the rose is there and adds a real kind of prettiness to the fragrance as well. The rose adds something quite pretty and a balance, and then I remember on the skin, the fruit feels even more accentuated with this fragrance. I feel that this perfume feels like the most Kayali out of all of them. I can easily have imagined there being a whole campaign just about this perfume and the full bottle, and it would have felt right. I would have been disappointed not to have had these other lovely fragrances too, but this smells the strongest as well, for sure. And I've enjoyed wearing it. It's just not a me scent, so this wouldn't be a full bottle for me, but I'm going to love experimenting with this one. I have already layered it with Smoky Oud 07. Now, I'm not sure what layering combinations Mona has said for these perfumes yet, but I felt quite clever thinking of that combination, because I thought that real smokiness from that scent with this as a contrast would smell really great. I also think that this will smell really good with Sweet Diamonds Pink Pepper, because of course that's a peppery scent with rose, and I think they'll just combine and smell really beautiful. Lastly, I think Cafe Oud 19 from the Oudgasm collection will smell so good with this scent, because they're both kind of rich and have a lot to them, and I just think they'll project so amazingly well together. Marrakesh in a bottle is one that I would recommend trying if you like your spicy perfumes, if you like the smell of incense. For me, it isn't a full bottle worthy one. I would probably enjoy this travel size and then not need a full bottle in my collection, but it's nicely done and complements the set well in that it brings something different. Is the Vacay in a bottle collection worth it? Well, at the time I'm filming, you can buy this set for £74.80 from Boots, which compared to your usual prices for the individual 10ml bottles of Kayali fragrance is good value, because they normally retail for at least £20 each. I've seen them for 23 and been quite happy. I've seen them for £28 and been a bit less happy. So to have all four for less than £75 is great. I don't recommend that blind buying, even though that is what I did. I think actually that the full bottles will of course make the scent better value. So with those ones that I've said I'd like to see in a full bottle, it'd be worth me waiting and hope for those rather than repurchasing 10ml. And I also wouldn't want to repurchase the whole set again. That wouldn't be worth it to me, because I don't need a full bottle of Maldives, and I don't want a full bottle or necessarily a replacement of Marrakesh either. Yes, to worth it, just buy from Boots. I did buy from Huda Beauty this time, and mine was £88 only a week ago, so that was a bit of a shame that there was already that over £10 difference in the price mark. But if you can, maybe just look around first, I would say. Find that cheaper price point and save yourself £10. But in terms of our normal Kayali price points, I'm glad to see that you get good value from buying the whole collection. I will also add, again, that this time I bought these with my own money. This isn't a PR parcel situation. So yes, I think that they're worth it in that I happily spent my own money to be at risk of not loving all of the collection. But that is because with me and how much I adore Kayali perfumes usually, I knew I would get quality, and I could make a good prediction from the notes too. So absolutely, I've proved that this is something I would buy with my own money, but then again, I'd kind of known they were coming. I still thought about it a lot, and yeah, that's the decision I reached, that they were worth it to me, even if they weren't loves, that I just really wanted to try the collection that much. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that my reviews gave you more insight into what these perfumes smell like. Please do let me know if you've tried any of them already, or which ones are your favourites, and which ones appeal to you. I'm here to answer your questions, and also about any other Kayali perfumes as well. Please do give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and remember to subscribe to my channel. You can find me over on Instagram, TikTok and my blog. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.